deal. Let's take a look at that story now in more detail and go live to Oslo to speak to Professor Mahmood Amiry-Moghadam, a Norwegian-Irani neuroscientist and human rights advocate. Thank you for being on the briefing. First of all, give us your reaction to the US's decision to pull out of the 2015 deal. What's your take on what that means for Iran?
Well, we are very concerned that by Mr. Trump's action, once again, the nuclear issue will overshadow the human rights violations inside Iran, and the international community and the media will give all their focus to the nuclear deal, and Iranian authorities will use this opportunity to increase their crackdown on the civil society, as they did while the nuclear negotiations were ongoing. We saw a dramatic increase in Iran's use of the death penalty, on the crackdown on the civil society, and we are afraid that it might happen again.
So the concern is that there could be a step backwards in terms of reform within Iran. Could you tell us how much Iran has changed since the nuclear deal of 2015? There was so much talk about how the economy would be improved, international businesses would be able to have access to this economy where there's so many young people who would be, buying up Apple products, etc., etc. To what extent has Iran changed since 2015?
I think, the main outcome, what actually happened after removal of the sanction was that Iranian people saw that the main reason for their misery and, the bad economic situation and increased unemployment was actually the huge corruption within the system. And that was the reason why we had, for the first time, widespread protests because of the economic situation. Before that, Iranian authorities put the blame on the sanctions and on the external conflicts for the bad economic situation. Although the situation has not improved so much for the people, but the focus is on the right place. The corruption inside the Iranian regime has received attention. People are holding the authorities accountable for what is going on. And at the same time, the international community gives also more attention to the situation of the people. So this is a major concern, but of course it doesn't need to be this way. So I hope that the United Kingdom, EU and Iran's main international partners will put the situation of the people on the agenda. They will not put all their focus on the nuclear issue, because we have to see that a sustainable improvement in this situation, a sustainable stability is not possible unless Iranian authorities respect their own people's rights.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing your views with us on the briefing. Mahmood Amiry-Moghadam.